Today is a special day because this video is not just about pure transportation. It's about sophistication, elegance, and opulence. It's about the ultimate luxury, which comes in the form of exquisite craftsmanship, sleek design, and state-of-the-art technology. It's about cars that are not just expensive, but rather represent genuine automotive excellence. Stay with us because we've prepared a list of some of the most luxurious cars in 2024. The S-Class has always been a synonym for an excellent luxury sedan, but with Maybach's treatment, things elevate to the next level, making it the most luxurious Mercedes around, comparable with high-end counterparts like Bentley Flying Spur or Rolls-Royce Ghost. Besides typically super precise German engineering, this vehicle is here to take care of the rear passengers in the best possible way, with goodies like reclining seats with massage, a beverage cooler, and electrically operated doors. Still, more important to us is the super gentle air suspension that makes this S-Class feel like it's on clouds rather than asphalt. And then, of course, the engine. Base models come with a modern 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 that puts out 496 horsepower. But the real deal is the good old 6-liter V12 with 621 horsepower, and no, it's not about the power upgrade. It's about all the smoothness you can get from a 12-cylinder engine. As for the price, the base model starts slightly under $200,000, while the upgrade to 12 cylinders could cost you an extra $36,000. The Bentayga proved long ago that the ultimate luxury doesn't always come with sedans and limos. No, it may also come in an SUV shape, and indeed, the Bentayga doesn't have too much to do with typical SUV performance, such as off-roading and utility. Instead, it's all about luxury, with one of the nicest cabins around, which also benefits from SUV proportions in the way that the level of practicality is pretty impressive. And for those who want to stretch a little bit more in the second row, the company also offers a long wheelbase version. As for the powertrain, the sad news is that the W12 is no longer available. Instead, there's a choice between gas and hybrid versions. The former relies on a good old 4.0-liter V8 with 542 horsepower, enough to hit 60 in just 3.5 seconds. For those who want to get better mileage, the hybrid version based on a V6 engine puts out 443 horses. Interestingly, no matter the powertrain choice, the price starts at $205,925 in the US. The Flying Spur is as luxurious as a Bentley could be. High-end materials, along with classic British aesthetics, have always been a winning combination, but this Bentley is actually much more than that. If you look at a typical luxury car, most things are happening in the second row where passengers get all the luxury they imagine. With this one, things are a little bit different. Because this isn't just a luxury car, it's also a driver-oriented machine that comes with engaging handling and precise steering. It's a real joy to drive, no matter the powertrain you pick, and there are 3 of them. A twin-turbo V8 comes as standard, and it's already an impressive unit. But for the ultimate experience, the W12 is the one to go with. With its 626 horsepower, this impressive engine is not just about performance, it's also about the ultimate refinement, something you can only get with 12 cylinders. Finally, let's not forget the hybrid with 536 horsepower and a little bit of a greener approach to luxury. Price-wise, $218,000 is the minimum sum you'll have to pay to get one of these. And while the Flying Spur offers a balance between rear seat comfort and performance, its close sibling, the famous Continental GT, is all about the driving experience. Available in coupe and convertible forms, this Bentley is all about the joy behind the wheel. But that joy is not in unison. The Continental GT handles like a true sports car, but doesn't sacrifice comfort. No, its super refined suspension also absorbs road imperfections with excellence. And once again, there's a gorgeous aesthetical approach, along with a beautifully crafted interior, which is complemented by a couple of potent and refined engines. Base models come with a twin-turbo V8 with a max output of 542 horsepower. The aforementioned 6-liter W12 is good for 626 horsepower, but the British carmaker also offers an upgraded version for the Continental GT Speed with a total output of 650 horsepower. Finally, a few words about the price. The cheapest the coupe can go for is a little bit over $245,000, while the convertible starts at around $270,000. Ferrari stepped into the luxury category long ago, and it's now much more than just a performance car maker. The Roma is a perfect example as a sports car that puts a lot into luxury, especially when you look at the cabin design and the quality of the materials, level of standard equipment, and the overall sense of opulence. Moreover, it's one of the rare Ferraris with a second row, which can actually fit two adults against all odds. But still, despite the luxury, we know what Ferraris are all about. So let's focus on the technical aspect. Interestingly, this one has its engine mounted at the front, a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 with an impressive 612 horsepower, available at 7,500 RPM. The 8-speed dual-clutch transmission ensures rapid gear changes, which perfectly complements the vehicle's sharp handling and super precise steering. All in all, you'll hardly find such a nice blend of performance and luxury at other places, but, of course, that costs $247,300 in this case. The new generation of Aston Martin's legendary line of sports cars is here, replacing the aged DB11. And the improvements are significant in all aspects. Once again, the DB represents the epitome of a luxury sports car, with the evolution of the iconic styling and cabin layout that seems more luxurious and more stylish than ever. And while the name may suggest a super smooth 12-cylinder engine under the hood, things are a little bit different, as the power comes from a turbocharged V8. Still, the DB12 doesn't lack power at all. Moreover, 671 ponies are plenty enough to ensure excellent performance, including 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds at a top speed of 202 miles per hour. The handling is excellent too, and this Aston Martin really loves twisty roads. At the same time, it doesn't lose a bit of comfort and convenience, so it's no surprise that the company likes to call $248,000 vehicles a super tourer. When we talk about ultimate luxury, we know which car maker comes to mind first, and this is the cheapest ticket to enter the world of Rolls-Royce luxury. But the word cheapest gets a completely different connotation in Rolls-Royce's universe, considering that the starting price goes around $355,000. For that money, you get a classic R&R design with a recognizable face and famous rear-hinged back doors. Then there's the ultimate refinement coming from a 6.7-liter V12 engine that puts out 567 horsepower. That's enough to move this large and heavy piece of luxury from 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds, but what's even more impressive is how this heavy Rolls-Royce handles and how engaging to drive it actually is. Although the youngest model in the company's lineup, the Cullinan cherishes all the classic values of the British super luxury brand. Despite the SUV's proportions, it still features a classic design with a familiar face and conservative lines. The same is true on the inside, where you may expect an ecstasy of luxury and craftsmanship, all put together into a unity that's characterized by sound insulation never seen in the SUV universe before. Then, all that comes complemented with something we all want to see under the hood, a V12 engine that ensures ultimate smoothness and refinement. We're talking about the same 6.7-liter unit which, in this case, puts out 563 horsepower in the standard version and 592 horsepower in the black badge model. As for the price, it starts a little bit under $392,000. We've been waiting for so long to see Ferrari's debut in the SUV segment, and here it is, the Purosangue. The new SUV features a little bit smaller proportions compared to other high-performance SUVs like the Urus, but that results in better handling and ultimate driving experience, which is complemented by a luxurious interior that, as usual, puts the driver in the focus in the way that there's not even an infotainment screen on the center stack to distract it from the road. And then, the best part about the Purosangue is the screaming V12 symphony under the hood, a pure eargasm of naturally aspirated, 6.5-liter engine that likes to rev so much that the max output goes up to 715 horsepower. That's enough to hit 60 in just 3.2 seconds, as well as a top speed of 193 miles per hour. But the ultimate SUV performance comes at a cost, as the MSRP goes a little bit over $398,000. Well, this doesn't come as a surprise, considering that the Phantom nameplate has been the pinnacle of luxury for a full century. The current iteration is no different, as it dominates with its massive size, upright grille, and the legendary Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. All that continues on the inside, where passengers enjoy silky soft rides, high-end materials, and ultimate craftsmanship. And considering the clientele, it doesn't surprise that the company offers pretty much endless customization options. Under the hood, there's a super quiet and super refined familiar V12 unit with 563 horsepower. It's all about low-end refinement, but it can pull when needed, considering that the 0 to 60 takes around 5 seconds. The handling is actually pretty engaging, but the Phantom's secret has always been in the ability to practically levitate over the road. What do you think of our list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.